Hello, my beautiful family. Welcome back to Ojuolape Space. Today, I will show you how I smoked 2 cartons of frozen Oweere fish for a client using the traditional firewood method. It has been cut. The first step is to clean the fish properly, although the fish had already been, you know, processed and the scale was supposed to have been removed. When I opened the cartons, I noticed there were still some scales left on the skin of the fish. So I took my time to scrape out every remaining scale. So this is from frozen red. So you see these women at cold rooms. Once you There are some women at the cold room that usually remove the scale, cut for you, and make sure they remove everything. But they I don't know why they do this in hurry. They will do it in hurry and okay, just give it. And they charge. Some of them collect 3,000, some 5,000. So this one I was thinking she has done the scraping of the scale from the fish skin properly, but when I go home I have to start all over again, like all over again. It's not something you just smoked like this. If the person is eating it, it will feel like he's chewing the fish with bone, like something like that. So I had to make sure I pick this fish. Imagine it has been cut because they cut it for me. I had to start all over again, making sure that all the scale, everything, I try and make sure that I remove everything. So I added water, so that the it's still hard. It still has ice on it, so I had to add water because my eye was already freezing. My eye was freezing, so I had to add water so that by the time I pick another one, it will be easier for me to scrape out the scale. Imagine, look at it. And they said they've removed this one and they cut it. You see, these women, now what for them? Sometimes I will tell them, don't do it for me. I'll go and do it at home. But well, with the little they've done, it still make my job more easier. Oh, you might be wondering what type of fish is this? Okay, because they've caught this fish. This is Oweere fish. Oweere fish. I believe Oweere is Yoruba name. I don't know whether the Oweere is Yoruba name, but if you know the English name of this fish, you can write it in the comment section what they call it. I'm actually going to, okay, I'll make sure I have the full picture of this fish because it came in 2 cartons. This one have been cut, and the second one I asked them not to cut it because we're preparing it separately. So I asked them to cut this first carton with this fish, and the second one is not. I didn't cut that one. That one was whole, so I still have that one. I'm not even touching that one now because this one. If this is your first time on this channel, you are welcome. I love you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for clicking. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. The name of this channel is called Ojuolape Space, and we create content on market price, that is food price update in Lagos, and taking you around different markets in Nigeria. But today, I actually did this fish. I smoked it, and I felt okay. Let me take you through the process. You might want to do this. You might have a party and you don't want to serve fresh fish. You might probably want to smoke it. Then just believing you might need this, and I felt okay. Let me take you guys through the process of how I smoked this Oweere fish. So yeah, welcome to Ojuolape Space. And if you are my subscriber, I love you from the bottom of my heart. You are the real G's. You are my personal person. You are my love. You guys have been with me, supporting me. I want to say thank you. I want to say big thank you. Ẹ ṣé gan, mo dúpẹ́, mo mọ̀ lóore. So let's get back to our business. You see this removing of this scale is not a small job. So if, especially if you are smoking them this Oweere fish, you have to take your time because the scale are very tiny, very small. So before we continue with the cleaning of the fish, since I'm using firewood, I had to start preparation. That is preparing the firewood for the smoking of the fish. We don't just need large flame. It's not the flame I needed. uh, I needed just the steady heat from the firewood. So I had to make sure that the wood burn to charcoal. I have hot charcoal. So I allowed the firewood to burn down until it produced enough hot charcoal to generate consistent heat for the smoking of the fish. So I make sure I clean my wire mesh. That is this is the wire mesh I'll be using to smoke the fish. Normally I would have done this outside, but because it has been raining heavily, I decided to smoke the fish inside an enclosed workspace. So this way the rain won't interrupt the smoking process and the fish will dry properly. So before I continue, let me share this with you. We have two type of Oweere fish. This fish you see is Oweere fish. Now this one is frozen Oweere fish. We have the Oweere fish from the sea. That is the one they caught freshly from the river. And we have the frozen one. This one is not from Nigeria. It's imported into this country. Why the other one? There was a time I shared a video of how we bought fish at Agbowa market, Agbowa seafood market. That one I bought there is the one they caught from the river that day, and we bought it. It's called Oweere. But this one too is called Oweere, but this one is frozen Oweere. Is two types, but they are still the same. But is the difference is just that this one is frozen, as from it was actually imported into this country, while the other one they is freshly caught. Now this one that I'm processing is the frozen variety, which is usually more affordable than the fresh river caught Oweere fish. I know you'll be wondering, oh, how much is this carton of Oweere fish? This is the frozen one. Um, for this Oweere fish, this particular one, as at the time I'm making this video, this fish is 33,000 naira. 33,000 naira. Without the money for the person that helps to clean the fish there. Depending on the size of the fish, each carton contains between 8 and 10 pieces. The bigger the fish, the smaller the pieces you find inside the carton. So if you have small Oweere fish inside the carton, you have more numbers of the fish inside. One thing I like about Oweere fish is its versatility. It can be smoked. You can fry it. You can grill for barbecue, and you can use it in many delicious meal. For the fish, I like removing all the dirt. I don't like leaving any dirt inside fish. I've learned some people say the fish has fat. So we even say the fish has one thing, whether egg, and they will leave it inside. For me, I hate it. I don't even like seeing anything inside fish. If it has anything, I saw someone the particular time telling me, you know, this popular fish we call catfish. He said it has fat. I said, so did you eat it? He said yes. I said, it's not fat. I believe all these dates they're actually from all these things they use in feeding them. So for me, I will remove everything unless if the person say, madam, don't remove this particular part. But for me, I will clean everything, remove everything, anything that is there. I don't know whether fish has liver or it has intestine. I'll make sure I remove everything. And after that, I now add my water to make sure that I clean the fish properly after I've removed all the dirt. pata pata. Then I had my salt. Now I don't like adding salt ordinary to the fish. I like adding salt inside water. It will only absorb the salt a bit, not XX, that you be eating your fish and you be tasting salt, because the person is actually, this fish is for a party. So I don't want the person to, all this caterer, they might want to cook and they don't have the idea of how much salt is inside the fish, and they'll just cook with it like that, and it might spoil their work. So after I've added this salt, I had to rinse again. So the salt will, because I added excess inside the water, so I have to rinse to clean. Then the next thing, I place my fish. You can write in the question, in the comment section, if you ever smoked fish before, if you've ever experienced smoking of fish with firewood before. I want to know those of us that are from inside typical African Nigerian life. And now there's a way you place your fish. If you want to smoke it, there's a way you place it. The only thing I added to this fish is salt, nothing else apart from salt. Salt and water. Water for cleaning, salt to add taste. That is all that I added to this fish. The smoke is getting, yes, the smoke is actually much, because I've removed, I told you I needed just the heat from the firewood, not the fire itself. So I had to make sure that I off part of the firewood, that is the fire, and reduce it. Now I was saying something, that there's a way you place this fish for smoking. If you don't want the skin to pull off, if you want to achieve it with the skin, most times these barbecue guys, they are used to this fish. So there's a way you place it. You place the skin. You don't place the side that has the fresh fish meat. You place that side with the skin. That is, it will give you the best results. If you're a kind of person, you have your wire match, and you want to do this at home for yourself, not for sale, you can actually practice using this method. The same thing goes for your charcoal. If you don't have firewood, you can get charcoal, and you light up your charcoal heat, and you are still going to achieve the same thing that I'm doing. So if you don't like the firewood, or you can't find firewood around, you can go with charcoal. It's best. But if you have your oven, congratulations, you can also do that. But one thing I want you to know is, make sure that there's a way you place your fish, so that it will be easy for you to pull out when you want to remove them. I hope I was able to explain this properly. Now, guys, this is the second fish. The other one, I've placed it on fire. So I want to start. Now, like I told you, this one, they didn't cut it. They only said they help us to scrape. Mbo. Oh, scrape kakan. They did not remove any of those. Although they did a bit, but not so much. So this is it. So like this one now, inside this carton is 8 pieces, and this also is 33,000 naira. Inside this 8 pieces, 33,000 naira. The other one, this last one too, I think it was 9. That one, the one I placed on it, was 9 or so. This one is 8 pieces. I had to count it. Then for this particular one, I will be the one that will cut it. So I cut this one. Although I'm not going to take you through the process of how I cut, blah blah blah. You've seen the other one. You just cut it to any sizes that you felt is okay for you. So I had to start all over again, because these women, they didn't actually scrape the scale away properly. I mean, I like, when it comes to fish, I like fish a lot. So, and I don't like anything to come in between my fish meat. So I have to make sure that I took my time to properly remove the scale from everything. I had to do it for all the fish, everything. I had to do it, and these women, now wow. So I had to do it. I think I did this one 2 months ago. Although I didn't, did I record it? I didn't record it. I told them, please don't help me. Yeah, madam, egbe wa kaba yin she. I said no, because I knew at the end of the day I'll still go home and repeat what I've paid for. So I was thinking, because they needed this fish urgently. So I was thinking, okay, oh yeah, Eba, okay, remove the scale fast, and I'll go home. I'll just rinse. Then I was believing, okay, even there's going to be any scale on this fish skin, it might probably not be much, but for where I had to start all over again, make sure I checked everything and make sure that it is well. I remove all the scale proper properly. I don't like giving out what I cannot eat. I don't like giving it out, so I have to do that. So I was removing the scale to allow the other fish to get ready. So I was just like, okay, let me quickly do this, and then I'll go back to the one that is on fire. I'll go and check what is happening with that, because you cannot just leave your fish and say you want to go and sleep. Don't try to. You have to monitor fish when you are smoking your fish. You have to monitor it, unless you are using your oven. There, you've regulate the amount of heat. But this charcoal firewood, you cannot regulate the amount of heat. So you have to make sure that you are there to monitor the heat manually. You have to monitor the heat manually, and that is the best thing to do. If not, hey, it might actually burn, or you will not get the desired results. That is one thing about smoking of fish. You have to make sure you stay back to check what you are doing. Don't leave it and say, okay, maybe there is it underneath, and you just go away. You don't do that. You have to monitor. So as I'm scraping out the scale, I'm also monitoring the heat that is getting to the fish. So at a point I had to like, let me go and check. Can you see? Now I for it, this is newspaper. I used the newspaper just to cover it because of smoke and any other thing. So this is the fish, and one thing that now is, you don't just leave your fish to smoked and get dry. You have to like turn it. You turn to the other side, so that this upper part, can you see, some of them are getting ready, while the other ones looks like they've not even placed them on it. So I have to like, okay, turn them, just turn them again, so that the other side will get ready. Now if you want to turn the fish to the other side, you don't turn it immediately. You allow it to cool down. You stay for it to cool down, so that the fish skin, well, will not stick to the wire mesh. So you have to allow it to stay cool. You allow the breeze. Once it is cool, in fact, once you are removing it, it's just pulled out easily. And I think that's the best thing to do. Look at these other ones, they are ready, but some are still not ready. So we have to do this, and make sure that the fish, the skin is actually intact. That is the beauty of this smoking of this fish. So after that, I put it back on it, and after like 30 minutes, depending on the heat, if you notice, you can see smoke everywhere, because I don't really have a exact fire. No fire is burning on that. So I had to carry it, and this is the fish. That is the second, the other, after we've turned it, we carry it back to the fire, and wow. Now you will notice that, look at it, it looks so yummy. Now, genuinely, I didn't add any coloring. This is the result. This is how it looks like after you've smoked your Oweere fish. So that, there are people that add coloring to whatever they are smoking to give it color. No, I only, like I said, I added only salt and I used water. And you can see that the skin, this is what I actually wanted to achieve. The skin is intact. You can see everything is intact. So by the time you are taking it, or by the time you want to cook with it, it's not that it's looking somehow. It's actually looking yummy. So for the other one, um I'm still working on the other one. So once I'm done, I'll repeat for the other set. That is other set of Oweere fish. So guys, if you also want to smoke your catfish, is the same process. I also smoked catfish, but it was not. I didn't record. I was just exhausted because this workload was actually much for me to monitor. So one thing about smoking or drying of your fish is to preserve it properly. It's easy to preserve. Then if you don't have the the firewood or the weight to grill your fish, you can use you can store it in your refrigerator and take it anytime you want to cook it. So my lovely family, that is how we traditionally smoke or wear fish with firewood here in Nigeria. I hope you enjoyed watching this process. If you learned something new or have any questions, let me know in the comment section. I'll be happy to answer you. See you in my next video. Bye.